This is Excursions with Gina Arias, Niger edition, Part 1. From long, long ago, I have had an affliction. The affliction is called wanderlust, which the Cambridge English Dictionary defines as the wish to travel far away and to many places. If you know me, you know that since I was a baby, I've traveled frequently to the Dominican Republic, and that my time there has profoundly shaped who I am. But my first trip away from the protective bosom of my family was in 1992, when I jumped at the chance to do a semester abroad program in Belgium. There, I lived with a lovely Belgian family in a quiet neighborhood on the edges of Brussels. It was a wonderful experience. But it was in 1994 that the most impactful trip I have ever made to date began. If you're of a certain age, you might remember those Peace Corps ads on TV. Think back.
A handshake, a commitment to help each other. It's been the language of the Peace Corps for 20 years, and it says good things happen when we work together.
Maybe I'm no diplomat, but I've sure made some friends working here.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
As a child of the late 70s, early 80s, those commercials crawled into my psyche and got me. They got me good. So in my senior year of college in 1993, I applied. In those days, the paper application had a space for you to state your country preference. I checked the no preference box and was pleasantly surprised when I was assigned to Niger. I knew absolutely nothing about Niger. Obsessed as I was with maps, I only knew that it was north of Nigeria. Probably I'd heard that it was one of the, quote, poorest countries in the world. But that was about it. For me, the great unknown of it all was thrilling. I received a booklet with some host country information. The major ethnic groups, Hausa, Zarma, Tuareg, and Fulani, and their various cultural norms, plus a bit of history. Niger is a predominantly Muslim, landlocked country in Africa. Over 80% of it lies in the Sahara Desert. Various empires dominated parts of Niger for centuries, including the Songhai, Kanem-Borno, and several Hausa kingdoms. But the modern-day boundaries of Niger were created by France, which colonized the country from the early 1900s to 1960. I arrived at the week-long orientation in Philly with a group of about 24 20-somethings. I learned a lot more about Niger during the 3 months of in-country training. But after that training ended, it was time to do what we went there to do, which in my case was health and nutrition education. Stay tuned for Part 2.